The beginning of May is a time of particular exacerbation of the Russian virus of victory frenzy, and at the same time, the main pillar of Putin and the entire Russian regime.
You can't joke about what is sacred for the Russian people. You can't joke about the war. You can't joke about religion.
A parade on the occasion of the 80th anniversary of the victory over Nazi Germany. Moscow has invested colossal resources in the PR and preparation of the victory frenzy celebration.
I congratulate you on Victory Day, our most important, truly national, sacred holiday.
Dozens of state leaders, including European ones, have confirmed their visit to Moscow. However, over time, some unexpectedly fell ill.
Vucic and Fico, who was supposed to go to the parade in Moscow, suddenly got sick.
What weapons, equipment, and soldiers will the Russian chauvinists bring to Red Square? And how has the virus of victory frenzy spread throughout the Russian Federation, affecting everyone from young to old? Which of the world leaders will dare to join Putin at his satanic ball? And what real threats does Putin's parade pose both for Ukraine and for the world leaders who have come to Moscow? For Putin, the parade marking the 80th anniversary of victory amidst ongoing hostilities is an important event. By unleashing a full-scale war against Ukraine, Putin has become a military leader, and it seems that the bunker dweller has taken a liking to this role. At the ceremonial event, the Russian dictator will present himself as almost a Stalin. Very serious measures are being taken to ensure the security of Putin's parade. During the rehearsal in Moscow and the region, streets were blocked, cell phone signals and the internet were jammed, and filming was prohibited.
Residents of Moscow will be left without internet due to the May 9th celebrations.
According to Russian media and social networks, both vintage Soviet equipment and modern Russian technology will participate in the parade. For example, historical T-34 tanks, which began mass production in the 1940s, were involved in the parade rehearsal. In 1945, the Soviet army stormed Berlin using this very equipment. And on May 9th, the assault might be reenacted.
This refers to historical reenactors who will march in uniforms from the World War II era. Okay. It will likely be a comprehensive nature of the columns, using both World War II equipment and accordingly modern types of weapons.
In preparation for the parade, the Kremlin finally noticed the Russian phrase, "We can repeat it," and reconstructed a full-scale Reichstag building in Moscow to reenact the storming of the German building on May 9th as an encore. In addition to historical models, the parade will, of course, feature modern equipment: T-72 tanks, T-90M, Proriv, Armata, Kurganets armored personnel carriers BMP-3, the newest Russian 150mm self-propelled artillery, Malva, S-400 air defense systems, Iskander missile systems, and Yars nuclear missile complexes. Most of the weapons that will be demonstrated on Red Square are being used in the war against Ukraine. Moreover, Iranian strike drones Shahed 136, which the Russians call Geran-2, were seen at the rehearsal. Every night, the raids by Shaheds result in the deaths of innocent Ukrainians. It is expected that for the first time since the start of the full-scale war against Ukraine, in 2025, combat aircraft and helicopters of the Russian army will fly over Red Square in formation on May 9th. Previously, for 3 years, the aerial part of the parade was cancelled for various reasons. But now, residents of the Russian capital are filming the aviation rehearsal. Su-30, MiG-29, and a group of several Su-25s are practicing drawing the tricolor in the sky over Moscow. Cadets from military academies and universities, parade units of the railway troops, the National Guard, the Navy, and the Ministry of Emergency Situations, as well as occupiers involved in the war and crimes, against Ukraine are reportedly participating in the march.
The presence of military equipment is indeed already an officially declared military target, regardless of its location. Therefore, we can say that military equipment is a priority target for Ukrainian strike capabilities.
Several world leaders have confirmed their participation in the parade. Among them are China's leader Xi Jinping, Brazil's President Lula da Silva, Fico and Vučić, leaders of former Soviet Union countries, and fellow dictators Nicolas Maduro from Venezuela and Ibrahim Traore from Burkina Faso. In the lead up to the Leaders' Congress and the ceremonial parade, the Kremlin has, over several nights, demonstrated its inability to ensure the security of the Russian capital against drone attacks. It is worth noting that Ukraine rejected Putin's proposal for a 3-day truce during the parade, demanding a ceasefire for at least 30 days. Additionally, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky stated that Kyiv is not responsible for the safety of the leaders of countries attending Putin's parade.
We cannot be absolutely responsible for what happens on the territory of the Russian Federation. They are indeed responsible for your safety, and therefore we will not provide any guarantees, because we do not know what Russia will do on those dates.
Experts note that Ukraine currently has plenty of long-range weapons, with which Kyiv can reach Red Square. A whole array of long-range drones like Palyanitsa, Peklo, cruise missiles, with a range of at least 800 kilometers, Long Neptune, and Bars.
Cities like Moscow and the city of Leningrad, which are the most protected by air defense systems in Russia, could start being targeted in the evenings every evening. Bars can reach there, and I believe this should happen systematically.
But the point is that although Ukraine has the capability, the right, and the weapons, it will not strike Red Square. When speaking about the uncertainty and the safety of world leaders, the president of Ukraine primarily referred to possible provocations by Russian special services aimed at blaming Kyiv, as widely reported by sources from Ukrainian partisans.
The Putin regime is preparing provocations for May 9th. Agents of the Atesh movement from various Russian security structures are reporting that Russian special services are planning provocations for May 9th with the aim of blaming the pay resistance movement against the Putinist regime.
That's all for now. Don't forget to write in the comments about which types of weapons you would like to learn more about. Like this video and, of course, subscribe to our Arsenal channel. Link is in the description below the video.